everyone, I'm here to do my wrap-up vlog for the month of June. Um, I do these vlogs every month for the previous month, and I tell you what books I read. I haven't read a lot in June because my sister was admitted to the hospital, so I had other things on my mind. But I managed to read 6 books. 4 of those are adult titles, but I read 2 YA books. So let's get started. First up, I read A Touch Mortal by Leah Clifford, and I really liked this one. I gave it 4 out of 5 purely because I didn't love it, but I thought it was a really nice book. I liked her twist on angels and fallen angels, and then everything in between, and I liked Eden as a character, and I sort of liked Ash but I'm not. I was a bigger fan of Gabe. And I didn't like the cliffhanger. Well, it's not really a cliffhanger, but Leah just leaves us hanging. And I want to read A Touch More of it really, really soon, so I would recommend this one. It's also a YA debut, and I think it's a great debut. Then I actually only finished this 2 days ago, I think. Covet by J.R. Ward, and this is the first book in the Fallen Angel series, and I picked this up at our local English bookstore because I thought J.R. Ward, Black Dagger Brotherhood, and I thought it would be awesome, but it took me a really long time to get into this. Sorry for all the noise, but it appears that all my neighbors have decided to make noise. There's some kind of crane in the back of the street, and it's making a lot of noise, and some people are redoing their houses. So if you hear a lot of noise, I'm sorry, but I can't help it. But anyway, it took me a long time to get into this book. I felt it was really long. It's almost 500 pages, and usually I don't really mind, but it felt like it dragged on too long, and it didn't. Even though it worked up to a climax, I didn't feel like it was a great climax. I'm not sure if I will pick up the rest of the series, but I gave it 3 out of 5. Then I read another adult book, and I read The Darkest Kiss by Gena Showalter, which is the second book in the Lords of the Underworld series. And I liked this book. I thought it was a good book. I read it in 2 days, I think. I read these kind of books usually really fast, so I really like this book. I just don't like these covers. I think they are, well, they are not really my thing. But I really like the book, and this one is about Lucian, who is the Lord of the Death. Lord of Death. So yeah, I really like this series, and will definitely be picking up the rest of the series. Then I read Lover Eternal by J.R. Ward, and this is the second book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and I really like this book. This one tells us about rage and shows us a little peek in a sadist's life, personality, whatever. And I really liked it. And Zadist, I think he is a really interesting character, and I didn't think so after reading Dark Lover, which is the first book in the series. But I think that he can be one of the, if not the most interesting character in the series. So yeah, this was a great book. I started reading this because I couldn't sleep, and I started it at 5 in the morning, and I finished it later that day, so I read it in one day, and it's well over 400 pages. So then the last adult title that I read was A Pleasure Unbound by Larissa, Ione, and this is the first in the Demonica series. And of all the adult titles that I've read this month, I would say that this is the one with the most adult material. This is definitely not suited for younger readers. This was actually a pleasant surprise because it also has the cliche cover and all. This is about a demon doctor and a demon hunter, I suppose. And they meet because the demon hunter is wounded. And the story takes from there, and I really like this book. I thought it was a great book, and I already ordered the rest of the series. I bought the 3 or 4 books that come after this one, so hopefully I will be reading this series in summer a lot, because I really, really like it. And then I actually only finished this yesterday. It's The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. It's not that big, but I read it in 2.5 hours. This was a great, great read. I gave it 4 out of 5 purely because I was rooting for a different team and because it wasn't whoa amazing, but I really, really liked it, and I would definitely be picking up the rest of the series. There are 2 more books. It's Not Summer Without You and We'll Always Have Summer, and I really like this one because it's a great summer read, but it's not all fluff, if you get what I mean. It's not only about boys and the main character's insecurities or whatever. It's also about it also deals with things like divorce and sickness, and I really, really liked it. And yeah, I will be doing a review of this one and of A Touch Mortal in July on the channel, so look out for that, but I would definitely recommend picking this one up for summer. So yeah, that's my month in terms of reading. I also started reading Breathe by Sarah Crossan, but I read that on my computer, so I don't have that here. And I haven't finished it yet, but it's really, really good so far. It's about a dystopian world in which there's no oxygen in the air, so they live in pods, and oxygen levels are restricted and monitored, so if you go over your limit you have to pay and stuff. But it's told about from the point of view of 4 people, and it's coming together, and I really like it so far. So I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of the book. So yeah, that is my month in terms of reading. I haven't read that much, but my reading mojo is coming back because my sister is thankfully back home and she's doing good, fine, well, whatever. Excuse me. So yeah, I should be reading some more in the next month. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what books you read this month. If you have any recommendations, because I'm sure everyone is always curious to see what books were great reads and stuff. And if you had disappointing titles, let me know as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.